Here are my top 5 Lattafa fragrances that I wouldn't recommend. The first one I really wanted to like based off of the notes and the bottle design, but it just kind of comes off like pretty weird, and it is Lattafa's Ajwa. It really is supposed to be like a warm, spicy, yet sweet and kind of fruity type of fragrance, but the blend is just, again, kind of weird. It's got some citruses in there, some dates, kind of some Middle Eastern spice in there, and also like an incense note. But for the most part, it just kind of smells like almost rotting fruit in a way. I don't know. I don't really care too much for it. And it's one of those that I really don't see myself wearing or recommending to anyone at all. The next one on the list isn't bad, it's just not really exciting or really does anything for me to want to spend money on it, and it is Lattafa's Antique. It comes off as kind of like a woody fragrance with like a little powdery essence to it. There's some warm spices, a little bit of vanilla. It's got a little aromatic feel in there too. Again, based on the notes, I really thought I was gonna like it because it's got some fig, some cardamom, some coconut. It's got some amber in there, some iris, really kind of smoothing it out. When you put it all together though, it's not anything really exciting. It doesn't smell bad. It's just not anything really that great either. The main thing, it just doesn't live up to the expectation that I really had for it. And because of that, I really don't see myself recommending this to like anybody really. This next one I had a lot of high hopes for because it seemed like it was gonna fit like right up my alley, but it just kind of fell short again, and it is Lattafa's Mughal Fort. Love the bottle, very heavy feel to it too, but it just, I don't know, it's not exciting once again. With notes like cardamom, caramel, some vanilla, and some amber, like all of that kind of gives you the idea that it might be a little bit more gourmand feeling. But when they add the cedar, the pimento, and the musk, it kind of just made it very boring and not that great. It definitely leans a lot on the cedar, and the pimento really just makes it kind of a woody, spicier kind of feel. And then all the other like sweet aspects of the fragrance just kind of get lost in the sauce. Again, it's not terrible. It could be used like as a daily wear. It just doesn't do a lot for me. And this next one's actually pretty popular, and it's not terrible. It's just all the alternatives out there that this one is emulating, they just do it way better than it. And it is Lattafa's Ram's Silver. To me, this just smells exactly like Ultramall, except kind of just weaker. There's no twist, no changes, nothing that they're really enhancing. Really just feels like a weaker version of Ultramall. Especially for the scent profile, it kind of demands for it to be a lot louder, and if it's not even louder than the original, that's not a lot of real good reason to get this instead of literally all the other alternatives out there. If you wanted to get something that smells exactly like Ultramall, I guess this is good, but I can't really recommend this when all those other ones that I named are out there in the world. This last one is also very, very popular, and I get asked about it all the time, but I honestly really don't like how it smells. Like when it first came out, it was like all the hype, especially considering what it was emulating, was a lot more expensive than this. But to me, it really just added unnecessary spices that I already didn't like in the original. To me, it comes out very strong, very obnoxious, and just too much. Even smelling this off of other people is just kind of gives me a headache almost immediately. This is emulating Sauvage Elixir, so of course we're talking about Lattafa's Assad.